Good afternoon and welcome to our Pioneer family. What a wonderful turnout today as we celebrate Pioneer history. Welcome also to those who are joining us via live stream online. Thank you for taking the time to share in this exciting occasion. I'm extremely honored and humbled to be standing before you today as we celebrate a transformational gift to the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Foundation. Today marks a new chapter in our history. Today, we celebrate the generosity of two amazing people and their family. Today, we also celebrate the significance of the opportunities that will be afforded to students for years to come. Todd and Susan Johnson, you are true pioneers. Todd attended UW-Platteville from 1976 to 1981, and he graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering and Management. Todd was incredibly tenacious and determined to succeed, not only in college, but also in his career. Todd is the chairman and CEO of Capstan Corporation in Duluth, Minnesota, a Midwest-based holding company founded in 1956. With activities in the construction industry. Today, Capstan focuses on acquiring growing businesses in a variety of industries, including construction, shipbuilding, plastics, energy, banking, and more. I am thrilled to announce that Todd and Susan Johnson have graciously committed $10 million to This gift will establish the Capstan Scholarship Program here at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. This monumental gift, the largest in our foundation's history, will allow students to graduate debt-free, providing scholarships covering full tuition, room, and board to students every year, beginning this fall. The Capstan Scholarship Program will provide students to deserving students each year, continuing in perpetuity. The scholarships are renewable for 4 years, allowing the Capstan Scholars Program to grow every single year. Eligible students must have a willingness to work hard, overcome obstacles, showcase gumption, demonstrate moral character, and have financial need. The scholarships will be provided to students majoring in STEM-related fields or accounting and finance. And they must come from the Midwestern states of Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, or Michigan. It's pretty awe-inspiring to think about the impact this will have on so many lives, and to think the ripple effect this will create for all of eternity. Todd and Susan, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts for choosing to display your gratitude and humility in such a beautiful and meaningful way here at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Now everyone, will you please join me in welcoming Todd and Susan to the podium.
Thank you, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, excellent. It's wonderful to be here. Josh told me that the zeros didn't count and the commas were free, so so it made it very easy. Thank you again, Josh. Truly, it's extraordinary to be here on this special day for UW-Platteville, and we're excited about that. It's wonderful to be back on campus. Susan and I are honored to be here with all of you to make this announcement and to introduce this special Capstan Scholarship Program. We've had many people to thank along this journey. These things aren't easy to put together. It's not as easy as writing a check and licking the stamp and mailing it. And so we'd like to thank Josh and his department for working with us, for educating us, for being creative with us, and exploring the options that we wanted to play through to see what we could do to create this very unique scholarship program. We'd also like to thank our team at Bridges Trust in Omaha. Lauren Mittenberger and Jenny Stracco brought their experience and knowledge to the table to shape the plan and to make it the most impactful for future scholarship recipients. Being a Capstan Scholar is intended to be more than just a funding source for higher education, but to be an ongoing and growing family of Capstan Scholars at UW-Platteville, supporting each other both while on campus and after commencement. Part of being a Capstan Scholar is to support others and to give back as you can in return for the support that you've received. I want to thank Dan Waters, our estate attorney, for his skill in capturing the thoughts, the ideas, and the expectations into a concise document that we all could work with going forward. Those aren't always the easiest things to do when you think of something, but you have to figure out how to say it. Chancellor Shields, I can't thank you enough for having us here today, for the time we spent last fall when I was with you. I've been impressed with your passion for the pioneers. I've been impressed with your commitment to make this university the best educational university that it can be, and you were motivational for me in this process, and I thank you. Now I want to briefly explain why. Why? Many people have asked me along the path to today's announcement, why? Why UW-Platteville? Because I saw firsthand the passion, the dedication, and the commitment the professors and administration made to make my college experience meaningful and worthwhile. The extra effort that was always evident. It raised the bar and it challenged me to do the very best that I could when I attended here. I could not have received a better education than the one I received here. Others have said, why? Why a scholarship program? Because we frequently hear in the news how expensive college degrees have become for some, and how the debt that the students are taking on may not be worth it. That other career options might be better for them simply because of the lack of financial resources. The Capstan Scholarship Program will allow those students an opportunity to obtain their chosen degree without a financial burden to themselves or to their family. Others have said, well, why STEM and accounting and finance? And I've had to address that and say that in my experience, we've seen these degrees require an extra commitment and effort by the students to successfully complete. And therefore, the career opportunities are much more financially rewarding. Enough so to successfully enter the American dream of home ownership, 401k participation, having a family, paying taxes, and supporting the American way. Others have said, why? Why give? Because I've always been sincere with my responsibilities, honored my obligations, and paid my debts. From my perspective, a debt was due UW-Platteville for the excellent education and experience I gained while attending school here. The education and knowledge I acquired here blessed me with many successful opportunities, allowing me to make this gift. I have always paid my debts, and this gift to UW Foundation, from my perspective, pays that debt today. Others have said, why give now? You're both still young and healthy. Why don't you just enjoy the fruits of your career? Because these gifts are the sum of hard work, risk-taking, dedication, utilizing the knowledge learned here and along the way, blessings from our Creator. I've told many, the last thing that I want to do is to find myself in some surprise flash at the pearly gates and be asked what I did with the multitude of blessings granted me in my life. And for me to say that I left a note back on the kitchen table for others to address is simply unacceptable. No, we need to take responsibility for where we place our blessings to work and be committed to see that they are executed properly for the best outcomes possible in the future. Capstan scholars will need to be dedicated to their goals, curious, hungry to learn, tenacious to push through the tough and challenging classes, have the personal commitment to prioritize their time to maximizing their educational opportunities here at UW-Platteville, and the willingness to help others out beside them on their journey. In return, they will basically incur no significant educational expenses. A fair trade, we think. Graduation nearly debt-free will springboard them into their careers and the life after commencement in a way that will enrich their lives and give them a competitive lifetime advantage. The real question in my mind is not why. Why not? Why not support the university, the one that educated you, prepared you for a successful career? Why not support the future Pioneer graduates that will follow your lead? We encourage all Platteville Pioneer alumni to consider sharing some of their blessings for such worthy cause of supporting the university as it educates tomorrow's leaders today. The hard work is just beginning for UW-Platteville Foundation and the Scholarship Committee and the administration to make the Capstan Scholarship Program the best it can be and to be the most impactful to the many future Capstan scholars that will enjoy this gift. But we're confident they'll be successful in this work and that the scholarship program will be one more advantage UW-Platteville has in its toolbox to distinguish itself as the premier university it's always been. Thanks for having Susan and I. We're very pleased to be here. Go Pioneers. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. I've done my best not to get emotional, so that did not help. But what an incredible impact you and Susan are going to have on the university. Thank you. Now I have the honor of introducing and welcoming our Chancellor, Chancellor Dennis J. Shields, to the podium. Chancellor.
Thanks, Josh. Wow, what a powerful statement and a great message. Todd and Susan Johnson have provided a generous, more than generous, donation to fund this scholarship program. And the namesake is taken from a mechanical device which serves as a metaphor of the underlying principles at work. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, much of the heavy workload aboard sailing ships was done by people and not by machines. Jobs like raising the sail, breaking anchor, were too difficult for one person to accomplish on their own. The only way to achieve those tasks were for many hands to work together in unison. The entire crew would retrieve bars from storage, insert them into the round drum of the capstan, and push as they walked in a circle. Much like this mechanical object, Capstan scholars understand becoming a college graduate takes teamwork, determination, and the relentless pursuit of a dream. Success in college and in life requires surrounding yourself with like-minded people and working together towards a common goal. Todd attended the University of Wisconsin-Platteville and graduated in 1981 with a degree. His story is an exceptional example of the type of outcomes that are possible with a degree from an institution like ours. Now, he told me the story of his first trip to Platteville when he was a sophomore in high school. He took a bus from Superior. When he arrived, suitcase in hand, and not knowing where the university was located, he started walking towards the only identifiable landmark that he knew, the M. As he walked towards the M, a few miles outside of town, he realized that the university wasn't located there, turned around, and headed back towards the city. This story, like the Capstan, is deeply symbolic. When traveling down the path of life, sometimes we don't end up where we expect to. Learning how to retack and change course when things aren't going as planned is an important skill set for each of us to learn and implement in our lives. Upon graduation, he moved back home to help with family business, which started with humble roots, as I understand it, a brand new wheelbarrow and a pickup truck. He was the first generation in his family to go to college and graduate, and points towards these formative experiences in helping prepare him to grow the company and become an eventual investor in different industries. He told me, reflecting on his time here, he's proud of all that he has achieved and credits many of the lessons that served him during his professional life as being rooted, at least in part, in his educational experience at this great university. From all of us here at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, I thank Todd and Susan for their monumental investment in our institution and the future of our students. It is our hope that this scholarship program acts as an inspiration to other potential donors who share in the enthusiasm for what our college represents, a path towards a better life, a more successful life for our students and our communities. Today's press conference is meant not only as an opportunity to celebrate the generosity of the Johnson family, but also to place a spotlight on future Capstan scholars. Investing in the future of our students and our university is one way that we can work together towards realizing a better tomorrow. The Capstan Scholarship, Capstan Scholars, and the Johnson family are exceptional examples of why I say that today and every day is a great day to be a pioneer. Since I just spoke about a capstan, we have a special surprise presentation. This comes from the College of Engineering, Math, and Science, led by Interim Dean Philip Parker. I asked Dean Parker and Tom Cabezas, who made this gift, to come forward for the unveiling. This is a model capstan engraved with the university seal for the Johnsons to take home with them. Thank you so much to the College of Engineering, Math, and Science, and let's give Tom a big hand for the beautiful piece he made. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. Now I would like to welcome UW-Platteville Foundation Board Chair, Scott Baumgartner, to the podium.
Thank you, Josh, and welcome to all of you. We're here at a very momentous occasion and historical as well, and we're really happy to see the turnout that we have here. On behalf of the UW-Platteville Foundation, I'd like to thank Susan and Todd for their generous gift. It's just putting us over the top in terms of the potential of what we can do with our students here at UW-Platteville. Having spent roughly 30 years in higher education as an administrator, and part of that as a director of student financial aid, I know full well the impact of what this scholarship is going to mean. It really means that the students are going to be able to focus on their academics, and they're not going to have to worry about paying those bills, and it's going to make them all-stars as far as we're concerned in their given STEM program that they may end up going into. I think that one of the major things that we could think about is that as they graduate, they're going to go into the world and become very successful. And in the process, they'll end up enhancing, I think, the academic programs that are already excellent at a level of excellence here at UW-Platteville. But their contributions while they're here in school and while they're in their professional careers is going to be just outstanding. And I think it's going to come back and visit us as well in a good way. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate your gift, and we'll look forward to having you back on campus again soon.
Thank you, Scott. And thank you all for taking part in this exciting announcement. We look forward to celebrating the Capstan Scholarship Program and its students for years to come. Todd and Susan, this is every institution's dream come true, and it has been a privilege working with you on this transformational gift. During my trips to Duluth and getting to know you, I've learned one thing: you're great people. You are hospitable, devoted, and you're a lot of fun to be around. I look forward to our future visits and enjoying more time together. Many people were involved in this special gift and this special day, and many of them are in this room today or watching online. Words cannot capture my gratitude for you and your support throughout this wonderful journey. Thank you all for being part of this historical day. What a special day this is for us and in our history. Thank you all for attending and being a part of a day that will change the course of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, its foundation, and our students forever. And one last thank you to Todd and Susan, because this day wouldn't be possible without you. As I close, I invite everyone to stick around and enjoy this special occasion. There will be a reception afterwards, so have fun celebrating this historical day for the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Go Pioneers!